All right, welcome back to Life Lessons to Share. Let me tell you what most people are going to think is not an exciting topic: work ethic. Nobody wants to hear about that. But if I tell you one of the secrets to being successful, financially successful in life, to moving up the corporate ladder, okay? If I teach you a skill set that you are absolutely going to need, no matter what industry you are in, to be financially successful in life, people are willing to listen to that. Okay, people want to be financially successful. They want to have a good life. They want to have a good car or a nice home or take care of their family. So here's what you absolutely have to have. And if you look at the people that are in the positions in life where you want to be, I guarantee you they're going to have this trait. It's called work ethic. And I was trying to explain it to my 15-year-old son, but he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to listen to it. He doesn't want to hear anything I have to say because he's a teenager and he's rebelling and he's a know-it-all. But I'm going to share it with you. Now, I love my kid more than I love anything else in the world. This information I'm going to give you is invaluable. Okay? Work ethic. If you work as a landscaper for a mom and pop gardening company, if you work for the local city schools as a janitor pushing a broom or a mop down the hallways, if you work at McDonald's and you make French fries at McDonald's, whatever you do, you can be successful, financially successful, if you have work ethic, because once you develop work ethic, your managers are going to start paying attention and eventually you're going to move boom, boom, boom right up the ladder. And here's why. If you busted your butt and did the very best, your absolute very best in everything that you did as a gardener in a landscaping company, the owner would notice and he would probably put you into a supervisory position. And eventually he would want you to train the other gardeners that he hired, right? And eventually, after you're done training those other gardeners, you would have multiple trucks going. His landscaping company would get bigger. He would want you to be a supervisor of all the other gardeners, rolling all the other locations in the neighborhood. You would move up because the owner of the company saw that you had that gold standard, that work ethic that he wants every one of his employees to have. Once you demonstrate that you have work ethic that any business owner wants all of their employees to have, they will promote you to a position, if they're smart, where you will hopefully teach all the other people what that owner wants all of his employees to have: work ethic. You're going to be that guy that gets, or that girl that gets tasked and promoted to teaching all those people how to have what you have: work ethic. It's what every employer wants. And once they see in you that you have it, they instantly promote you to a position, a supervisor or trainer or manager or regional manager, because they want you to give other people what you have already demonstrated that you have. So forget about gardening. If you work as a customer service person at McDonald's and you're making French fries in the back and you make the best French fries and you are the fastest and you do the best job, and everybody always loves your French fries because you do the very best at what you do, they're going to want you to train everybody else that works at that location on how to make French fries the same way you do. Makes sense, right? This is just common sense. This is just logic. You will be training everybody how to make French fries. Eventually, they're going to promote you to the back where you can make hamburgers. And then they're going to want you to train everybody on how to make hamburgers just the way you do. And all of a sudden, you're going to be a trainer going from McDonald's to McDonald's to McDonald's to McDonald's, trying to set that standard. And they would always want you to teach the new people coming in how to do what you do because you're the best at whatever you do. Okay, this is work ethic. Doing the very best that you can do will get noticed, and people will want you to teach others how you do what you do. Okay, so let me give you an example. When I say the very best, let me tell you about the very best. My son used to bring home straight A's and straight B's. 3.5 GPA, he didn't even have to try. The kid's smart. He doesn't even have to try. He could blow off his homework and go take a test and get an A or a B without even trying. He gets into high school, he hits puberty, his grades drop. He wants to play football, wants to play video games. He's not interested in homework. And his grades drop to C's and D's. And I go, that's not acceptable. There's no way I'm going to accept that. And so we go and we're sitting there with a counselor, and my son says, my dad's not good with the grades that I'm bringing home, and even if I'm doing my best. And I said, Andrew, you're not doing your best. Son, I love you to death, but you can't tell me that you're doing your best, because I know what your best is. And my son says, Dad, how do you know what my best is? If I'm telling you that I'm trying my very, very hardest, and I'm giving 100% of my effort, and I'm doing the very best that I can, and I'm trying so hard, and it's not good enough for you, how do you know that I'm not doing my best? How can you tell me that I'm not doing my best? That's a great question, right? Fair enough. That's a good question. I had a good answer. Have you been to after-school tutoring? Mind blown. Because if you haven't been attending the free after-school tutoring that they provide, you haven't done your best. Okay? Doing your best means going above and beyond. Doing your best, you know when you've done your best. You know when you've done your best. Don't BS. All right? When you've done your best, you are successful. Okay? Remember, they said that Oprah Winfrey was not good for television, but she didn't listen to them. She did her very best and she succeeded. What do they say about Michael Jordan? He failed basketball tryouts. One of the greatest basketball players of all time in the world of the last 100 years. He failed at basketball tryouts, but he didn't give up. Okay? These are people that were committed, that they knew what they wanted and they went for it and they did their very best. And when their very best wasn't good enough, they kept on going their very best. And look at the success that they've achieved in life. They've achieved extreme success because they did their very best. And then people go to them and say, can you show me how to do what you do? Because I want to do it as good as you one day. That's when you know you've done your very best. When people want you to show them how you do what you do. If somebody can come to you and say, I want to know how to do it as good as you do it, then you know that you've achieved this level of success. And as far as financial success goes, anywhere you work, I don't care if you work at Starbucks, if you are the very best at making frappuccinos, the general manager is going to eventually see that. They're going to eventually pay attention and notice that everybody wants you to make the frappuccinos. Why are you so special? Why do you make the frappuccinos the best? And they're going to want to know what makes your frappuccinos better than every other barista's frappuccinos. And eventually that general manager is going to probably brag to the regional manager about how their baristas are the best. And the regional manager is going to want to meet you and going to want to know, why do you make the very best frappuccinos? You see, it just makes sense. Once you take work ethic and apply it into your life, it doesn't matter what you do. McDonald's, Starbucks, I don't care, gardening. If you worked at a public school as a janitor and all you did all day was push a broom and a mop and empty trash cans, and you did your very best, if your hallways were the cleanest, if your bathrooms were the cleanest, if your staircases were the best swept, if the trash cans were always empty, if the mirrors were always cleaned, eventually people would notice. It would be the teachers would make comments to the vice principal or the principal. It would be the dean of the school or the principal of the school. Somebody would notice and they would say, wow, this guy's fantastic, or this girl's fantastic, or this person's amazing. We need to get them to teach all the other janitors how to do it. And all of a sudden you would be the manager or the shift supervisor or the regional trainer and trying to teach everybody else how to do what you do so well. Work ethic is literally what's going to take you to the next level in any industry. I don't care what industry you're in. Real estate, I don't care. Any industry you are in. If you have work ethic, you will be successful, right? Share this with somebody that you want to help. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Life Lessons to Share, or find us on YouTube. Thanks.